This is a special edition of the Michael London Show, the launch of Second Chance TV. And here I am, your special co-host, Paul Malik. Welcome back to Second Chance. April is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. And in this month, we'll be discussing various of issues on sexual assaults. And there will be healing for you. Michael, what is sexual assault to you?
Sexual assault is anytime someone abuses you, the person, your body, without your consent. You didn't ask for this person to commit this sexual act, and they did it against your will.
So, have you ever been sexually assaulted?
Yes, I have.
Okay. To the viewers out there, do you mind telling us about your sexual assault? Who did it to you?
Sure. My experience was my first encounter actually being molested or assaulted was by a relative. So my first encounter was incest by a female relative. My second encounter of a sexual assault was by a male while in foster care.
Okay, but your producers actually asked me before airing this show, they asked me to actually do some research on this. And the alarming statistics I have read is unbelievable. And we're going to break it down now with the statistics. And I want you to really expound on the statistics itself for this first segment, because this is going to be more than one part and one show. So, with the first one I pulled up, it says 44% of victims are under the age of 18, and 80% are under the age of 30.
I can honestly say to you that from my experience, being a child, my first encounter was at the age of 3.
Wow.
Already under the age of 18.
Wow.
That was my first experience. Actually, all of my encounters were under the age of 18.
Wow.
So that's just a statistic alone, just from being out of care. That was before foster care at 3 years old. And then while in care, I experienced the same thing.
Wow. So that's... I can't even go on with that, because that's so alarming to me, because it's my issue as well as your issue, as well as millions across the U.S. That's their issue. Under 18 years old, okay, I remember my first encounter was when I was 5. You feel what I'm saying? Summer. in the summer. And it's so alarming. And then for it to say 80%, it's under 30. 80%. We have adults being sexually assaulted.
Yes, we do.
So that's just not even talking about child molestation. We're talking about sexual assault on a whole
wide
range.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Going to the second statistic, it says every 2 minutes, someone in the U.S. is being sexually assaulted.
Every 2 minutes.
And it says in 2007 there were 248,300 victims of sexually assaulted reported. That was only reported.
Reported.
So every 2 minutes?
Every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes. It's just that realistic.
Wow. 248,300 people reported in 2007
being assaulted.
Okay, this is a little difficult. This interview is a really almost mind-blowing, because what gives a person the gall to actually, the fortitude, the right, the ability to prey on another? I mean, like,
most of the time these people, you know, and I'm not saying this in a humorous way, most of these people have some mental issues and things that they're dealing with themselves. Most of the time these same individuals who molest others have been molested themselves, and they are only habituating and repeating the same behavior against someone else.
Wow. So it's a recycling of bad behavior. So the third alarming statistic is 60% of sexual assaults are not reported to police, as I just stated.
Right. And I can vouch for being one of them out of the 60% that never reported. The problem that I had with the first case, which was the incest, being a close family relative, the problem I had was that it was looked at like, oh, it was nothing, because this is a cousin. You know, I can't even avail myself to really understand. I didn't expect her to go to jail, but it was like something that was just swept under the rug, like it never happened. So I can understand, you know, and of course that was not reported. My second case of being raped and molested in foster care, that was never reported. Why? Because within me, I didn't want to risk losing a second family. So that became more important to me than me actually voicing what I just experienced. So I just dealt with it until the situation actually remedied itself.
Okay. So you're trying to say that people that's usually sexually assaulted live in fear?
Most of the time,
that causes them to be silent.
Most of the time, the predator themselves will actually condition them mentally to make it a behavior that you don't share with no one else. So they'll literally tell you, if you say something, I'll hurt you, I'll kill you, or I'll kill your parents, or I'll kill this person, that person, or whatever. And it becomes a controlled mental behavior that they condition you with, that makes you feel like if I do tell somebody, then this puts either myself or someone I love at risk.
So what do you say to the viewers out there? How to break the
If you've enjoyed this edition of The Michael London Show, you can support by logging on to Facebook and joining the fan page, The Michael London Show. You can also add us on Twitter, www.twitter.com/MichaelLondonTV. Thanks, you guys.